Claire Shaw, and I wrote this monologue, which is called Wendy is Recycling, and it's performed for the Headgate Theatre by the very talented Jane Sheeran. Here she is. Enjoy.
I just want to get this off my chest. I don't always put the recycling in the correct recycling box. It's not my fault. It's the pressure not to make a mistake, to put it in the right bag or box. And it's complicated, so I panic. I'm sorry. I do hope it's not me that causes the end of the planet. Imagine having that on your gravestone. Well, at least there'll be nobody there left to read it. Apart from cockroaches. They'll survive anything. When we destroy it all, they're really going to come into their own. Richard was meticulous about it. Food waste in a small green box, paper and card in a clear plastic bag, plastics in another clear bag, and bottles and cans in the large green box, and only use a black bag if absolutely necessary. But when is it absolutely necessary? It's a minefield. Luckily, Richard's always been on hand to help me by checking every single fucking thing that I've ever thrown away. Wonderful to have a partner so dedicated to environmental causes. He'd start by rifling through the black bag, or even turn it upside down, just to retrieve some rogue item. Aha, Wendy, and he'd call me over to have a look, because it wasn't enough just to put it in the right bag. I needed to know all about it. Wendy, there appears to be a small plastic top from the toothpaste in here. I think you meant to put that in with the plastics, Or, oh dear, Wendy, there appears to be a plastic bottle in with the glass. Where did you mean to put that? I know where I wished I'd put it. Sometimes it's easy. This old piece of meat, well, that will go in with the small green box. But what about these glasses? I suppose Richard would have taken out the glass and put that in the large green box. But what about the frames? Are they metal? Do they go in with the cans? I'm panicking now. Imagining Richard. Breathe. Calm. I once put some dead flowers in with the food waste in the small green box. An easy mistake. But you would have thought I'd strewn them across his mother's grave. Garden waste goes in the garden waste canvas bag, Wendy, doesn't it? How the fuck am I supposed to know that? We don't even have a garden. We may not have a garden, Wendy, but we do have white canvas garden waste bags. And then he says, if I'm unsure, I can always ask. So I do. Do plastic bags go in with the plastic? Where did you get it from? New look, I say. Wrong on so many levels, Wendy. It was Jen, I explain. She gave me some of her carrot cake and put it in the plastic bag to take home. Vegan? Yes, I lie. He's not even vegan. He's a flexitarian, which means you can have the occasional burger but still be patronising to meat eaters. Then he reminds me that we'd both agreed that I shouldn't see Jen anymore. She's having sex with the butcher, which is apparently also wrong on so many levels. This one's easy. Old clothes go in the charity box. I once suggested to Richard that I should work in the charity shop 1 or 2 days a week. What if Charlie's ill, he said. I thought it best not to mention my mother. He doesn't like her. Probably because of the way that she always compares him to Hitler and doesn't wait until he's out of the room until she says it. Oh, gosh, surely charity won't want these. Black bag. No! That was close. They go in the bag collected once a fortnight. Everything is collected once a fortnight, apart from food waste. Green week is plastics, paper card, clothes, and old shoes. Blue week is black sacks and garden waste, or dead flowers as I like to call it. I've learnt that off by heart. I even practice it in the bath. Richard used to test me on it and give me trick questions like, how many clear plastic bags are we allowed to put out? I say 5. And he laughs for ages. There is no maximum, and that's the joke. Ha, fucking ha. So all I have to do is remember if it's a green week or a blue week. Easy. But every week rolls into the next, and I panic. I could see and check what the neighbours put out. What if they get it wrong? Jen once put out the wrong week. She'd been on holiday and got confused, and that confused me. After that, I had to recite the list every morning at breakfast, and I'm not good early in the morning, and so Richard, well, that's over now. The week after my awful mistake, I wait for the bin man just to check that I've got it right. When they come, the one in the Britney t-shirt turns up and says, "Sorry about last week, love. I couldn't take the wrong bag, so we had to leave them." He apologises to me, and it's my mistake. I don't know why, but I start to cry. And then Jen comes round, and I say she'd better go in case Richard comes back, and that's when she says it. "You've changed, Wendy. What's been going on? Is there something you want to get off your chest?" Do you know, sometimes I imagine David Attenborough turning up and telling me my plastic has been found floating in the ocean, being eaten by some rare turtle. I say that to Jen and she says, "Are you sure it's just the recycling that's making you anxious?" And I say, "You're right, Jen. It's so much more than that." And I decide to tell her everything. I'm worried in case I'm using too much electricity, and about the cars pumping out their noxious gases, and the government allowing for a new runway, and all those cheap flights, and the cows farting and burping everywhere you turn. And if bees become extinct, then we're well and truly fucked. Oh, you're so right, Jen. I'm worried about so much more than recycling. I'm anxious that I'm allowing this all to happen. Well, at least Richard tells me when I've left the light on, or he'll turn down the heating, put a lock on it just in case I'm tempted. When I'm talking, Jen makes a cup of tea and we sit down at the kitchen table. "I didn't mean all that," she says. "I mean coercive control." Oh, fuck, who's doing that? Something else to worry about. Boris Johnson, I suppose. "No," she says. "Richard." Then she explains. And at first I don't believe her, and I say it can't be true. I mean, I was my own person. I was a nurse. And then she says, "Was." And I'm confused, and I stick up for Richard. Until suddenly I just stop, and I stare at her, like you do when you see something for the first time, and she makes me understand. But still I say, "Oh, I don't know." But I do. And then we have lockdown, and everything changes. It gets worse. He came into the kitchen and went on and on about how I wasn't even to go outside in case I brought the virus back. He wouldn't listen to reason, and I just had to shut him up. I didn't realise you could do so much damage with a kitchen stool. Jen came round with her boyfriend, and they understood. I like Mike. He's a very skilled butcher. So, old clothes, tick. Glasses, tick. Plastic heart valve, tick. Meat and offal, tick. There's much more of that, but Jen said to put a little bit out each week. Do it gradually so no one else notices. All recycling correct. Richard would be so proud of me.